Right, guys, welcome to one more session of a web Focatier Entertainments. Today, I'll be talking about the SQL databases under Microsoft Azure. Right, so we can see already logged on to my subscription and click on SQL databases. Currently, I don't have any databases. Let's see how to create a new database. All right, so click on new and just type SQL test SQL first DB or whatever, and the subscription is a free trial. You can use a new create a new resource group or use an existing. I'll go ahead and select my existing, and here we have three options. One is blank database, sample, and backup. Okay, blank database, it creates the MDF and LDF blank databases, and you can create a test sample database and you can create a backup database. Okay, I'll go ahead with the blank database, and for information you can click here. Okay, just place the mouse arrow here, it will show what exactly means a blank database, a sample, or a backup database. And the next important thing is the server configuration. We have to create a new server because we don't have any server here. So you can see the extension will be database.windows.net. All right, so my first SQL server, and so I'm gonna give SA_test and the password. Right, and as I clearly informed in my previous sessions, please make sure you always note all the information because it's not easy to remember all this. Okay, along with the password. And so here the location, you can select whatever. I'll like to go and select West US, and create v12 server or no latest update. And if you don't want to use the latest update, you can always select no here, or you can click on yes. Allow Azure services to access the server just for monitoring purpose. Okay, click on select here. So it is creating the server now. Okay, and all right, so we have a problem with the okay, so 001, that should be fine, I guess. Click on never, and the next important thing is about the which configuration you need to select for the SQL server. All right, so let's spend some time here. Okay, so depending upon the assessment you do from the on-prem environment for the customer SQL server, you need to understand how many transactions are there, how many databases, and the size of the databases. To be specific, you need to get all this information from the customer. So depending upon that, you have to select how much DTU is nothing but database transaction units. Okay, so either you have to go for a premium or you have to go for the standard. So you can see here we have various. We have the basic, which I mean the database limit is 2 GB only. Okay, and if I'll go back here, the standard S1, S2, S3, you can see 20 transaction units, and for S2 it's 50, and for S3 it is 100 DTU. And you can see for standard it's only supported 250 GB of database size. And if you go to the premium here, that is very important. Okay, so you can see here we have P1, P2, P3, P1, P2, P4, and P6 and P11. So you look at the P1, P2, P3 series, it only supports up to 500 GB of database size. And if you look at the P6 and P11, it's up to it's more than 500 terabytes. And if you look at the transaction units, it's more than 1,000. Okay, so this is very important, and you can just click on view. This is view all, not recommended. Okay, and currently I want to go with the basic one. All right, so click on select, and the collation, let's go with the basic, the standard one. Okay, and click on pin to dashboard, click on create. So this is how you create a test database. Okay, and or a customer database. Okay, it's a blank database we created. We did not migrated anything. Okay, and it's creating, it's submitting deployment for SQL database. All right, so just click on, I'll go back here, click on SQL databases, and it's saying as submitting deployment. All right, so it will take a couple of minutes, so let's wait. It says deployment started, and resource group is this one, and administration is assay test. It's showing all our configuration part. Okay, so let's wait. So that's all right. It's taking its own time. Click on refresh. Go to refresh. It's gonna come. Gonna come. Still it is deploying. Still it is deploying. So this is the initial basic session, okay, and going forward, I will show how to connect your on-prem SQL database, uh, and how to migrate, how to deploy a database from on-prem directly to the Azure SQL database. All right. So all right. So here you can see now we have some information here. So it says created, accepted, accepted. Okay, I think we should have now. All right, it's still deploying. Hmm. Created, created, created. So it's in process. All right, so you can see our test first database listed, and it's showing as online. Just click on this and let's see what detailed information it is giving. All right, we have the settings, tools, copy, restore, export. All right, and we have more, firewall and delete. So it's giving its online, the basic information, the server name, the connection, the resource group, and everything. And if I'll go back, drill down a little bit under the settings, let's see what we have. We have diagnose and solve problems, activity logs, resource health, support request, as we have with the VM workloads. Okay, and we have logs, automation script. Okay, so we have something called as performance. So overview, recommendations, and queries. Let's click on overview, performance, and let's see what exactly it's showing. So it is showing there are no active recommendations at this moment. Tuning activity, auto tuning. So we can tune the SQL database as per our requirement. Okay, that is one important thing. And recommendations here. So Azure, I mean, it automatically analyze your the history and everything, and it will give a feedback to us. And the queries, this is this is also, you can monitor the queries part. As of now we don't have, because it's a blank database. Okay, remember, so you can check what is the query performance inside here. Okay, and what is the CPU threshold it's using, and at what time, what is the peak level, what are the spikes we have, and depending upon the time period here, number of queries or aggregation type. Okay, so you can configure the few settings here to understand the performance, whether the current configuration supports or not, or you can forecast going forward how much configuration you have to increase in that, I mean, in those parameters. And the next thing is the properties. It gives the pricing, the basic we have used, the online set, the maximum size, and same thing. And the pricing, the this is what. And here the one more option is we can go ahead and increase to the we can upgrade our existing SQL database here. Okay, so it will automatically upgrade it without doing any manual stuff. And the tags, And auditing and threat detection is also there. And so currently it is off, and we have to download the client require use for the secured enable connection strings. So currently it is this is more kind of a I mean, because most of the SQL databases, whether it's a financial segment or any big, huge company, so they always keep all these parameters, into consideration. Dynamic data masking. This is kind of a new feature what we have here, and you can select the schema wise and everything, the table and column to mask. Okay. So transparent data encryption. So currently it is off. You can also enable the data encryption. So that you can giving additional security because your database is hosted in cloud. So you can go ahead and to the customers or your client saying that, hey, we have this feature enabled, data encryption. It protects the your data. All right. And the geo replication. This is one of the feature where you want your database target regions. You can select whichever where you want specifically for SQL databases. All right. So the duplicate for the virtual machine workloads, we don't have all this feature for SQL. They have given it. And the alert rules, you can create a new alert. Let's see what parameters we have. Uh, let's say test metric. If something blocked by the firewall, CPU percentage, DTU percentage, DTU limit, DTU used, data IO, and database size percentage. So we have so many parameters here, so you can select. Okay, just for the in case you want to need any proactive monitoring, and if your customer, the partner is requesting, hey, what monitoring we have, and the database size here. Let's see what information it is giving here, and because currently it's a blank size, I guess we don't have. So database size, let's see. So currently we are not using anything, so it's showing the basic information. All right, so you can also keep and track what is the database size. So these are the various features what we have under the parameters. So that on the settings. So if I click on tools, let's see what tools we have. So you can uh, I mean open the database in Visual Studio to import and export, and you can also automate scripts. Okay, you can make the database online or offline, or you can include additional tables depending upon the for I mean if it's a development database or a testing database. So you can use all these features under the tools. And the copy option gives you can copy this database to a target server. Okay, you can create a new server and you can copy the database just for in case as a backup. And the restore, currently we don't have any backups, and however you can give a different name and you can restore it. And export, let's see what exactly. So you can export the database to a different a storage. Currently the premium storage is not support, only the standard one. All right, so these are the different features what we have. And set server firewall for any ports, specific ports you have, any front and back end users accessing this particular database, you have to open few firewall ports in that case. So in and so that's it guys for the SQL database part. And if you have any queries, you can quickly use the comment section and you can post your queries. And in the next session I will cover how to migrate the on-prem SQL database onto the cloud. All right, thank you so much for watching the session. Have a nice day and stay tuned for more Azure tutorials.